At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
Centerville Steakhouse is your top-notch location for the best steaks, burger specials, and more right here in Centerville. Burger specials on Wednesday, Philly and French dip specials on Thursday if available. Friday is prime rib and the best ribs around on Saturday. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 5 to 8:30, Friday and Saturday 5 to 9:30, and Sunday 11 to 1:30. Satisfy your meat cravings at the Centerville Steakhouse.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E, we. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Freeman, LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Freeman offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Freeman. Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
And welcome back to Centerville High School, home of the Tornadoes, where today the Centerville Tornadoes are playing host to the Great Plains Conference Classic. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the nightcap, or Game 6 of the Great Plains Conference Classic. This game will be the conference championship game between the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Freeman Academy Marion Bearcats, and the home team, the Trip Delmont Armor Nighthawks. Again, good evening. Welcome to Game 6. My name's Cole Larsch. We join with my color analysis man, my stats man, my producer, Spencer Bewley. We kind of been through the ringer here today. Showed up about 11 a.m. You think we get out of here before 9:30?
Out of here? Probably not. I mean, we got the cameras, the computers, all the things to take down. We're a hair behind schedule, but it's possible. We'll just have to see. We'll play it by ear. Well, I know before 10 for sure, but...
Well, nevertheless, we are expecting a good game here, although we haven't seen a whole lot of good games today, as Spencer has it pulled up on his phone. I'm going to steal his phone here quick.
He stole it.
Avon defeated Andy Central Dakota Christian 50-19. Corsica Stickney defeated Gayville Valley 65-42. Burke defeated Alcester Hudson 69-61. Centerville defeated Scotland 69-33. And in the previous game, Marty defeated Colombe 74-47. Now I bring you to the championship game. The Trip Delmont Armor Nighthawks technically come in as the number 1 seed in the Great Plains Conference. They sit at a record of 14-4. They average just shy of 55 points a ball game, and they only allow on defense 42 points per ball game. And then on the other side, the visitors on the scoreboard, like we mentioned, the Freeman Academy Marion Bearcats, they come in 12-7 on their season. You know, technically the second seed of the Great Plains Conference, you might say. Now, although this isn't, you might not say technically seeded, the games have gone 12 versus 11, 10 versus 9, and so on and so forth. That's why we get to our 1 versus 2 matchup here tonight. Freeman Academy Marion, they score 56.6 points a game, and they allow 50.7. And thanks for joining us on Centerville Tornadoes Live at tornadoes.liveticket.tv. In case you might still be wondering, well, why is this pay-per-view? Well, it's for the conference to raise money as well as Centerville to help raise some funds to pay 3 sets of officials, pay all the workers, get all the helpers in here, turn the lights on. It costs a lot more than one might think. And now we are just getting into it as we see the starting lineups just about to go underway, and we'll get them to you as soon as they start. The crowd here in Centerville dwindled slightly since that 4th game. However, that 4th game was because it was the Centerville Tornadoes taking the court. And now we'll get into the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Freeman Academy Marion Bearcats. At guard, a 6-foot senior number 1, Matthew Hagan. At guard, a 5'11 senior number 2, Connor Epp. At guard, a 5'9 senior number 3, Simeon Ehrman. At guard, a 5'9 senior number 4, Maddox Klein. And at forward, a 6'3 senior number 12, Jess Bashke. The Bearcats of Freeman Academy Marion are coached by head coach Austin Unruh, assisted by Carson Gross and Braden Wallenstein. And now the starting lineup for the Trip Delmont Armor Nighthawks. Starting at guard, a 5'11 junior number 3, Mason Reiner. Starting at forward, now we've got a change in our starting lineup. I'll get this change to you. Starting at guard, a 6'2 sophomore number 5, Isaac Wonder. He was questionable with his recent injuries. At forward, a 6'2 senior number 20, Colby Brown. At forward, a 6'2 sophomore number 21, Riley Spons. And I believe the final starter at guard, a 5'11 senior number 42, Jaden Gruneweg. The Trip Delmont Armor Nighthawks are coached by Craig Holbeck, assisted by Mark Gemmer and Dylan Workmeister. As I'll be sure to finalize that starting lineup, 3-5, 20, 21, and 42. I'll get that in my sheet here momentarily, as I received the email from Coach Holbeck earlier saying there's been quite a few injuries here in this game, as you can see. Number 5, Isaac Wonder, broke his thumb a couple weeks ago, and now he's back in the lineup, and the tip is won by the Nighthawks. Again, the Nighthawks home on the scoreboard. They're wearing their home whites, letters and numbers in the Carolina blue, and a quick three-pointer. That one there was by Riley Spons, his first 3 points of the ball game. And so TDA jumps out to a quick 3-0 lead, and the Nighthawks in their away black uniforms, numbers and letters in white with red trim. Hagen has it for the Bearcats. He drives in, 10-footer. That is off the mark. Rebound controlled by Rayner, and Rayner wants to push. Rayner drives right, now looking around. Kicks it out to Spons. Now all the way outside to Gruneweg. Back inside to Spons. Is going to be poked away. And you see Riley Spons wearing that mask? Well, in my email from the coach, he said, I hope Spons can play like Kobe with a mask on. Direct quote. I'm not kidding you. He's been out last couple games, but now back in with that broken nose. And a little floater there for Isaac Wonder. That's good. Wonder averages 15 points a ball game when he's been on the court. And TDA leads 5-0 early. Long three for Hagen. That is just off the mark. Rebound controlled by Gruneweg of the Nighthawks. And now we're going to get a foul up by half court. Foul's going to be on. That was 24. Did they already make a substitution, or I just get my starting lineups off? I must have just got my starting lineups off.
Could be. Just,
Taylor Goodwin was the foul. Again, when I get these starting lineups, I get probable starting lineups because, you know, a lot of things can change from yesterday when I got this information to tonight at 7:30. And he's listed to be in their rotation, so it's no surprise that he's out there on the court. Gruneweg, now on the right side to Wonder, almost has it poked away. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Rayner, 15-footer, good. Mason Rayner, 2 points, and the Nighthawks jump out to an early 7-0 lead here in the first quarter. Ball back at half court, but Hagen controls it. Large TDA student section here, not something you see all the time, especially when TDA is not playing at home. That's shot up by Epp. That's off the mark. Rebound is controlled by Wonder of the Nighthawks. Now fight for the ball out front. Spons got his ankle rolled up a little bit. And now Wonder goes up. His shot's partially blocked, but his foul is going to be called. That foul is called on Connor Epp, his first. Again, Connor Epp, the leading scorer for this Bearcat squad. He averages just over 20 points a game, and he missed the first 11 games of the season due to an ACL tear in the offseason. Spencer, you silly goose, it's 7-0 in the first quarter.
It is 7-0 in the first quarter. My apologies for completely having the scoreboard off.
It's all right. Like I said, we've been here a long day. It's game 6. We have not left. Heck, I just had lunch about 30 minutes ago. So that shows you where we've been at. Been up here in the broadcast booth. That pass stolen away, eventually controlled by Matthew Hagan of the Bearcats. See what the Bearcats can do, see if they can't get some offense going. Epp, down low to Bashji, that's no good. Rebound controlled by Isaac Wonder. Again, Wonder playing with that broken thumb, suffered it about 2-3 weeks ago, and now just getting back onto the court. And a blocking foul called on the shot. So, a Nighthawk will go to the line to shoot 2. That is Mason Rayner. That foul is on Taylor Goodwin. That's his second. Now the team's third foul. So Rayner will go to the line to shoot 2. A 56% free throw shooter on the season. First one is up and good. Give him 3 points of the night.
And give him 1 point on the scoreboard. We're back in business.
Second free throw on the way for Rayner. That's also good. So he's now the leading scorer of the ball game with 4. And Cole Larsh, alongside me, my stat man, killer commentary producer, Spencer Bewley. In case you listened to the first 3 games, Heath Nimke had the first 3 and decided he was going to leave us. I'm just kidding. It was a mutual decision that he was going to do the first 3 games, as that ball just fumbled away by Connor Epp, and it's just the Bearcats can't get anything going right now, it seems like.
No, especially not on the offensive end. It's just not settled in. I mean, just some mistakes, very unforced mistakes is the word I'm looking for there. Got to hope that they can settle in against this Nighthawks team who seemed to be on fire early here.
Rayner's shot, that's no good. Rebound controlled by Hagan of the Bearcats, and now they want to push up ahead. Hagan has it top of the key, now passes it left side. Weber thought about the 3, didn't take it. Carter Weber is now in the ball game for the Bearcats. Carter Weber, a 5'9 freshman, so very senior-heavy team, but there's plenty of freshmen and sophomore to go along. As that foul on the Nighthawks was against Riley Spahns. That's his first, team's first. Bearcats yet to score, 4:40 in the first quarter. Excuse me, I got the burps all of a sudden. Spencer Bewley and I talk about this. We get a runny nose and the burps whenever we start announcing games. That three-pointer by Epp is no good, and rebound is controlled by Spahns of the Nighthawks. Rayner has it, up 9, 4:18 to play, first quarter. Now to Spahns, back to Rayner. Thought about the 3, didn't take it. Still thinking about the 3, now a pick and roll with Spahns. Spahns right-handed shot up, that's no good. Rebound controlled with Jeff Basji. Bearcats need a bucket. Epp outside to Weber, now back up top to Kine. It's not Klein, it's Kine, excuse me. I believe I said Klein in the starting lineups. Epp now back up to Kine. Kine has a 17 to shoot. Pump fake 3 by Weber. Now dish pass underneath to Basji. That shot's up and no good. Rebound is controlled by Mason Rayner. So 9-0 still. 3:40 to play first quarter. Not anything like I've seen from the Freeman Academy Bearcats, as a wide open 3 for Jaden Gruneweg. His first bucket of the game. And it's now 12-0 in favor of TDA. And now we're going to get a foul on the ground, so that shot will not count. That foul is on Colby Brown. That's his first, team's second. Again, 12-0 from a team that averages 57 points a game. Freeman Academy Marion definitely has not seen themselves in this position yet so far this season. Hagan, left wing 3, that one's off the mark. Rebound is controlled by Wonder. I would expect a timeout from Coach Unruh if we don't start getting points from the Freeman Academy Bearcats.
Got to either drop a better, as we talked about the other game, you can't drop a game plan to make shots fall, but you can drop a game plan to at least get some better looks. I mean, it seems like they're not converting on the looks they have, but just not a lot of wide open shots. The offensive possessions are taking a while to find an open look. Like you said, got to take a breath and get something going here. You can't fall too far behind in a conference championship.
Now I would see here, like you mentioned, this is the championship of the Great Plains Conference Classic. There will be a trophy presentation immediately following the conclusion of this game. We'll have all of that covered here on Live Ticket TV. Again, thanks for joining us. And we're going to get another shot waved off because of the foul underneath. That foul is on Colby Brown. That's now his second, team's third. So Brown, I would expect to be subbed out. And I believe that's what we're going to have. Jeff Schnabel, a 5'10 senior guard, checks in, averages 2 points a ball game. Again, he is listed in the starting lineup. He's been a fill-in starter with all the injuries for the Nighthawks. 3-ball by Epp in the left corner. That one's off the mark. Rebound to Jaden Gruneweg of the Nighthawks. Rayner has it. 2:30 to play. Bearcats not yet scored. Rayner contested shot up. That one's no good. Rebound tipped around. And we're going to get a held ball called. Good job there by Gruneweg, holding that ball with one arm between his right leg.
That's grit right there.
Yeah.
Grit and some strength, of course. But
again, Bearcats just rolling it up to half court like they've done the past couple of times. Not something you see often early in this first quarter. App looking around. Now he'll take the three. Good. About time the Bearcats finally get some points on the board. Led by their leading scorer with Connor Epp. First 3 points of the ball game. It's 12-3. Rayner out to Wonder. Wonder drives left. Right-handed shot up. That's no good. Offensive rebound put back good. Mason Rayner 6 points. And now the Nighthawks lead 14-3. Minute 50 to play. Epp, left wing three. That one's going to miss everything. And the old common airball chant from the TDA student section.
They're making some noise over there. It's an impressive, it's not a huge crowd, but they're definitely filling up this gym.
Wonder has it on the left side. He'll drive baseline. And we're going to get another foul before the shot. I recognize this referee. Can't quite place his name. Very good official. And I'm not saying I'm disagreeing with any of these calls before the shot. It just seems like, it's just odd that all of them have occurred before the shot.
No, usually, if anything, it's more, they're going to be more lenient toward continuation, especially in today's game, but certainly not the case here.
That's fine. I mean, call it what you want. They've all been fouls. He's called it good. And Rayner's just going to get tripped up, and the ball will go out of bounds off of Rayner. So 14-3 in favor of the Nighthawks. Again, Nighthawks on that left side of your scoreboard, on the left side of the left bench on your screen, wearing those white jerseys with the Carolina blue letters and numbers. Weber inside, now kick out to Kine, three-pointer. That's just about going to miss everything. Rebound controlled. That was by Gruneweg. Gruneweg thought about the NBA three, but didn't take it. Probably smart of him.
It's 1 for 1, though.
Wonder, 3-ball off the back of the iron. Rebound tipped around and fought for, controlled by Spons. Spons still fighting for it. Now let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
I knew it was coming. I just didn't know if you were going to do it or me.
That was what I was referencing, too. And now a sub in is Simeon Ehrman, a 5'9 senior guard. I don't believe he started this ball game. However, he is the second reserve off the bench. Pass inside to Wonder. His layup good. Isaac Wonder now 4 points. And the Nighthawks lead 16-3. Epp in the right corner. And excuse my sniffing. Like I said, for some reason, these past couple weeks, I've gotten a runny nose while announcing. Usually I try to move my mic, but it's just instinctual to sniff, And that pass stolen away by Schnabel. And now TDA, if they want to, can hold for a last-second shot and potentially make this a 19-3 ball game after the first quarter. Wonder has it, now with 8 seconds, top of the key. Wonder's going to drive left, kick out to Schnabel. Schnabel drove in, tries kicking it out, now he does. Gruneweg, 19-footer, just off the mark. And that is how the first quarter will end. Your score after 8 minutes played, TDA 16, Freeman Academy Marion 3. We're back to Centerville in 60 seconds.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling Souk-Up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
Welcome back to Centerville, where we are in the final game of the Great Plains Conference Classic. It also happens to be the conference championship between the TDA Nighthawks and the FAM Bearcats, you might say, or the Trip Delmont Armor and Freeman Academy Marion. Your score after one, 16-3. TDA was led by Mason Rayner with 6, and the only points for Freeman Academy Marion was Connor Epp with 3. Epp now has it. He gets it off to Ehrman. Back to Epp. Epp, dangerous shooter, averages 21 a game. He'll drive in left and get the bucket to go. Connor Epp, all 5 points for the Bearcats, makes it 16-5, just 20 seconds into the second quarter.
I think it's a good point for them to keep attacking the rim here and try and get some easier looks. You know, when the shots aren't falling, an easy way to get them, you got to build some momentum, you know, so get some drives, maybe draw some fouls, get some easy layups. Just attack the rim.
Wonder, right wing 3, just off the front iron, rebound controlled by Epp. And if you're TDA, don't change anything you're doing because you're stopping the Bearcats defensively and you're making your shots when you need to offensively. Epp, little over the head pass to Ehrman. Now he gets it to Kine. Kine in those bright green shoes. Tried to get it to Epp, but it was stolen away by Schnabel. Jeff Schnabel now drives down. Gets it off to Spahns, to Gruneweg on the left side. Back up to Rayner at the top of the key with 23 to shoot. Schnabel now looking inside to Rayner. Rayner tipped around, and almost a backcourt violation there, but it was tipped, and Schnabel kept his feet in. Now we're going to get a traveling violation on Mason Rayner. And one thing to note, too, TDA's success definitely coming from the fact that Freeman Academy Marion's sitting back in that 2-3 zone. So they're just kicking the ball around and moving it fast and getting these open spots and these open looks.
Right, 2-3 zone, you know, it allots for open looks, especially outside and beyond the arc. So if you can swing it fast enough, you know, you get the two guys out of position trying to guard 3 guards, and you're going to get a lot of open threes in that zone.
Gruneweg gets the rebound, pushes up ahead, and now we're going to get a reaching foul. That one is on Matthew Hagan. He was just trying to poke in, get the ball away. That is his second foul, team's 5th. So no real risk of bonus yet so far. And Rayner's just going to take the inbound pass, put a little floater up and good, give him 8 points. It's now 18-5, all the way down on the other end. Ehrman's shot up, that's no good. Rebound controlled by Rayner. Now they're going to kick it ahead and then slowed down by Gruneweg. Now they're going to swing it all the way around to that right side with Schnabel. Back to Gruneweg. Gruneweg, left wing 3, rattles in and out. No. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Rayner. Rayner looking inside to Wonder, just kind of threw it out of bounds. And so possession will go back to Freeman Academy Marion. Now a substitute in was Taylor Goodwin, who started the game, I believe. Was not given to me as a starter, but was definitely the 6th or 7th man listed. Hagen drives in. That one's off the mark. No. Rebound controlled by Connor Epp all the way at the right wing. Epp looking around. Now he drives left. Kick out to the corner. 3 ball from Weber. Excuse me, that's Goodwin. That's no good. Rebound to Jaden Gruneweg of the Nighthawks. And so far, not really seen a whole lot of scoring in this second quarter.
No, it just kind of seems like the shots aren't falling. I mean, even for the Nighthawks here, their main point in the first quarter there was they were getting open looks, sure, but they were on fire. They couldn't miss, but definitely cooled off here in this second quarter. So good time for the Bearcats to try and start taking advantage of those misses.
Coast to coast, Matthew Hagen count the bucket and the foul. Hagen, first 2 points of the night. That foul is on, I believe they said number 5. Yes, Isaac Wonder his first. Team's 4th foul. So now 18-7. Freeman Academy Marion on a, as Heath Nimke would call it, a modest 4-0 run.
Heath does love that modest run term.
I've done enough games with him. I know just about all of his lingo.
He's rubbing off on us. We can't let this happen.
In case you don't know, Heath Nimke and I, both broadcasters, Live Ticket TV, have followed around the Vermilion Tanagers all season. Spencer Bewley just started to come on here a little late, but I'd say he's doing an okay job. I mean, not a fireable job, but we can still keep him around, I suppose.
A modest job.
A modest job. Long three by Jaden Gruneweg, nothing but nylon. And now it's 21-8. Gruneweg, 6 points. Long three on the other end by Hagen, that's no good. Rebound controlled by Spahns of the Nighthawks.
Becomes a modest job in the 11-hour days. That's when it becomes the modest job and not the unfireable job. So,
3 ball, Gruneweg just off the front of the iron gets his own rebound. 8-footer middle of the lane, no good. But they're gonna get the foul called, a blocking foul. Matthew Hagen can't believe it. That is absolutely the right call. Not sure what everybody's confused about. I don't think there's much to be confused about.
No, it sounds like the Bearcat fans are confused, and not necessarily confused, but just not happy with the call and kind of in your boat. Not really sure why.
Yeah, he definitely impeded the progress and definitely a little bit of flop in there too.
Cole Larsh, the former ref, as well as play-by-play commentator.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you can call me former ref. I only did junior high and games like that, but you talk about baseball, I am a current certified umpire in the state of South Dakota. Epp, three-pointer, left wing. That one's off the mark. Rebound controlled by Gruneweg. Again, it's been a long day here for our producer, Spencer Bewley. Just a couple missed clicks, and all of a sudden you get the score off. So don't worry about that. We'll get it right eventually. That 3-ball from Rayner, that's no good. Rebound, Ehrman, he wants to push. Ehrman coast to coast, lost it for a second. Back out to Weber. Now it's tipped around, back to Kine. Kine inside. Goodwin reverse layup. That one hits nothing but the bottom of the rim. Rebound to Spahns. Spahns, football pass. Gets it up ahead to Isaac Wonder. They're going to say it went out of bounds off of Wonder.
You know, I got to go back to that scoreboard because I got to blame this one on the live scoreboard keepers in the facility because I looked up and it said 23-9. And I was very confused as to where the 9 came from.
So you're blaming it on the one, the only Mr. Doug Edberg is what you're saying.
Unless I'm seeing things.
The man who invited you here. Is
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No.
Is that what you're trying to instigate?
Oh, don't put it on me.
Taylor Goodwin, his shot up is good. Now it's 23-10. Again, it's been a long day for all of us, but especially Mr. Edberg. He said he got here about 10 o'clock this morning and has been working a job, if not a combination of jobs, the entire day. Epp drives in. Offensive foul called.
I think it's safe to say it's just been a long day for everyone.
Correct. That's very safe to say. And think about this. Heath and I always reference, and I talked to you about this on the drive up here, the Hoop City Classic. 9 games on Wednesday, 9 games Thursday, 9 games Friday. And those get there at 7:30, leave at about 11:30 every day. Shot up by Wonder. He gets his offensive rebound, then it's stolen away by Epp. Epp up ahead, left-handed layup, good. It is currently the Trip Down on Armour versus Connor Epp show. Without him, the Bearcats would be completely lost, but that is kind of what you expect from your leading scorer coming into the game. The average is just under 21 points a ball game. Definitely the offensive facilitator as well, as he averages 4 assists a ball game, does Epp. Cross-court pass. Gruneweg thought about the 3, didn't take it. Gets it to Schnabel. Schnabel, Gruneweg, left corner 3, just off the mark. Rebound controlled by Connor Epp. Epp in the Bearcats. He has numbers. He's going to push. Epp up ahead to Bashke. Bashke lost it and then throws it to the net. We're going to credit the steal to the net. And Mason Rayner has it. Rayner passes it to the fan in the crowd. Fan in the stands.
He's wearing the light blue shirt. You know, it's easy. It's an easy mix-up. So
now we got a timeout called on the floor. Tonight's broadcast and our scoreboard sponsor is Farmers Union Insurance. Why choose Farmers Union Insurance? They value what's important to you and your way of life. Whether you're a driver, homeowner, farmer, or business owner, let them show you how they can provide the protection you need. You can also find out more at farmersunioninsurance.com. Well, now I bring it to my color commentary or color analysis, you might say, Spencer Bewley. And this second quarter really hasn't been at all what we've seen in the first quarter from the Nighthawks. Is there anything different you think they're doing, or is it just the shots aren't going in?
No, I think it's a little bit. I think it's mainly the shots just aren't going in. I think that when you come out as hot as they did, and all of a sudden your shots stop falling, it's almost like you get stunned in a way. So I think they got to kind of slow down and shake off that kind of stun effect of all the shots just suddenly going dry, and just settle back in and start working the offense and playing their game.
Extraordinary analysis right there. I was thinking the same thing. I mean, if you're TDA, you don't really have to change much. You're playing pretty good defense. As Epp goes up, that shot no good. Body's hitting the floor, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Epp. Second time I've made reference to that song. I'll probably quit that.
It's just the reality. The bodies are hitting the floor out there. So
it's true.
Don't feel too bad, Cole.
Preston Coaster checks in for the Nighthawks. He is a 5'11 senior guard. First time we've seen him in the ball game today. 23-12, 83 seconds to play. Down low to Wonder, gets it stolen away. Good steal by Goodwin. And now we're going to get a foul called in the backcourt. That foul is on Coaster, who just checked in. His first. As he team's fifth. And now checking back in, the starter Colby Brown. He'll check in for Isaac Wonder. Give Wonder a little rest. There on that, for the Belmont Armor Nighthawks. One thing you're going to get used to me doing, if we keep working together like this, Spencer, is if my brain gets locked up and I can't say something, I do the so I can actually concentrate on what I'm. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's 100% effectivity for me. And that ball just goes out of bounds. So the Bearcats cannot buy themselves any breaks.
No, and a lot of them, again, like we were talking about, just kind of the unforced errors. It's a little bit, it's not necessarily that the Nighthawks are doing anything to force these turnovers. It's just, it's sloppy and unfocused play right now from the Bearcats. So definitely potential. They're still down 11, and it's nothing major, but definitely going to need to focus up here and start playing some smarter and more aggressive basketball.
Rayner has it. He drives the free throw line. Kick out to Schnabel. Schnabel drives baseline. Lets two defenders jump. And then we're going to get a foul called on the block. So Schnabel will go to the line to shoot two. Right call there.
Once again, it's going to frustrate the Bearcats.
But
as we can hear below us here.
And we know the block got some ball, but it got both of his hands too.
Yep. A typical battle fought between fan and ref.
And I can say that, now as an outsider to both these teams. But if that foul gets called on, say, Vermilion or Centerville, I'm a little more partial to them. But, I'm usually supposed to be pretty neutral, and about 90% of the time I am.
Fair enough. An honest man. That's neutral right there.
Second free throw for Schnabel. That's no good, so he misses both. Rebound controlled by, I almost said Del Rapids St. Mary. It's Freeman Academy Marion. As Epp loses it out of bounds, but it was last touched by the Nighthawks. So now a little 4-low action here. Straight to the corner. Epp, corner three, no good. Rebound Schnabel. So not only has it been unforced errors and things of the like for the Bearcats, it's also been you just can't make any shots.
Both teams right now seem to have gone stone cold. I mean, it's just not a lot of scoring here in the second quarter. You'd think that at least the Nighthawks would take off here after that first quarter performance, but it has not been the case.
And we've seen both defense still stay locked in this whole time, so got to give kudos to both defenses for staying locked in. Rayner now has it with 7 to shoot. He's going to drive to the middle, little floater off the backboard, no. Rebound controlled by Schnabel, 4 to shoot. Schnabel down low, Spawns up, no. Rebound controlled by Bashdi, and that full quarter heave will not count for kind. Your score after 16 minutes in the Great Plains Conference Championship, the Trip Belmont Armor Nighthawks lead the Freeman Academy Marion Bearcats 23-12. We're going to take about a 5-minute break. give you some halftime stats and analysis. That's all on the way after these messages from our lovely sponsors.
Centerville Steakhouse is your top-notch location for the best steaks, burger specials, and more right here in Centerville. Burger specials on Wednesday, Philly and French dip specials on Thursday if available. Friday is prime rib and the best ribs around on Saturday. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 5 to 8:30, Friday and Saturday 5 to 9:30, and Sunday 11 to 1:30. Satisfy your meat cravings at the Centerville Steakhouse.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, WE. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Freeman LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Freeman offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Freeman. Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimmatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
Centerville Steakhouse is your top-notch location for the best steaks, burger specials, and more right here in Centerville. Burger specials on Wednesday, Philly and French dip specials on Thursday if available. Friday is prime rib and the best ribs around on Saturday. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 5 to 8:30, Friday and Saturday 5 to 9:30, and Sunday 11 to 1:30. Satisfy your meat cravings at the Centerville Steakhouse.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
And welcome back to Centerville for the last 16 minutes of basketball here inside the Centerville Gymnasium for the day. That is obviously assuming this game doesn't go to overtime, but let's not go there. Let's not speak it into existence. Your score after 16 minutes played here, TDA 25, Freeman Academy, or it is 23. Why did I write 25 on my sheet? It is 23-12, so that's me being off by 2 points. Just kind of shows you where we're at right now in about hour 9 of our broadcast. But Spencer, so far this game, I mean, you got this kind of rough stats in front of you. What are you seeing so far?
Well, we can start with the Freeman Academy Marion, the Bearcats here. It's the Bearcats, but it's really Connor Rep. I mean, he's got 7 points, he's got 5 rebounds, he's kind of playing the distributor role as well, trying to get his teammates the ball, but mainly we just saw in that second quarter, the game just slowed down a lot. In the first quarter, the Nighthawks came out and they were firing on all cylinders. They were making a whole lot of shots, and then they really slowed down. The Bearcats kind of made up some ground, but I think we determined it was 9-9 in that second quarter. So it was, it's all around. I mean, it's shaping up to be a good game. Obviously, the Nighthawks still lead by 11. And you look at the Nighthawks, you got Mason Reiner with 8 points. He's got 6 rebounds at least. Again, these are rough stats, not exactly accurate to the pinpoint. But, he's been doing really well. But Jaden Groneweg has 8 points, and he's got 8 rebounds. So keep him on double-double watch. He's been playing a huge role, just cleaning the glass tonight. And then, he hit those 2 threes early on, and then he's got another 2-pointer inside. So both those guys really making big impacts for the Nighthawks. I think we're going to have a pretty good game here on our hands. I think both teams come out of the half, they refocus up, they settle in. The first half's behind them, and I think it's a new ball game here this second half.
Second half is brought to you by Farm Credit Services of America. American Ag has grown to become the largest, most efficient, and productive food system in the world, but it remains a business of people. In everything they work to become Ag's most valued financial partner. Find out how they are there for the farmer to help and grow at fcsamerica.com. We're just getting ready to get set get set and go, you might say, for this second half of basketball action. Then Cole Larsch, Spencer Bewley to my right, running the production, running the scoreboard, and I'm running the camera. I just about said Spencer was running the camera, so I didn't get blamed for that one.
I wouldn't have let that one slide.
I've nagged on him enough today. He's probably tired of it.
After my 7-point missed scoreboard operation at the beginning of the game. But we're accurate now, so you can trust me. You can trust what you see on your screen. Now in the second half, we're ready to go.
There's a quick turnover there for the Nighthawks of TDA, and now Freeman Academy Marion has it. Moving left to right as you see it on your video screen. Again, thanks for tuning in to Live Ticket TV for tonight's broadcast of the Great Plains Conference Classic. Again, this is the first year it's been a pay-per-view. Again, the pay-per-view goes to the conference, goes to the school that hosts, and also goes to the video service that provides it, a.k.a. Vimeo. So thank you for tuning in and supporting the Great Plains Conference Classic. As that foul was on Riley Spahns, that's his second. Free throw for Jess Besiege. How did I say it the first time? Besiege?
Besiege.
Okay, yeah. I confused myself there. Second free throw is up off the back iron, and Besiege left early. So no matter what, it doesn't count. Again, as a free throw shooter, you cannot leave until the ball hits the rim. Spencer, I'm assuming you knew that.
I did know that.
There you go.
I did play enough basketball.
Okay, there you go. See, I knew you didn't play in high school, but
I did not. No, football and track guy. Not didn't see a future in basketball. I enjoyed it, but not as much as I enjoyed football, track, and before that, baseball.
Rayner with the tough finish, and now he is the first player in the whole game in double figures. He has 10 points, leads the way for the Nighthawks as they lead 25-13. And if you're the Bearcats, not sure what big adjustments you can make offensively. I mean, you're getting some decent shots. You just got to get the ball to go in the hole. As right there we see a 3-ball from Taylor Goodwin. He now has 5 points to the ball game, and now it's a 9-point lead for the Nighthawks, 25-16. Rayner brings it up the court for TDA. Looks like a 1-2-2 zone for the Freeman Academy Marion Bearcats, and Isaac Wonder just says, I want to take 2 dribbles here and shoot it up and make it. And now he has 6 points in the ball game. Couple dribble drive, 13-footer for Hagan. That's good. Matthew Hagan now 5 points. So almost the exact opposite of the second quarter is what we're seeing now in the third quarter. Almost a scoring barrage for both these squads.
Right, and the difference we've been talking about is the fact that the shots are just kind of starting to fall. I mean, you're making the 3-point looks you have, and I expect them to continue to build on this early success.
Wide open 3-ball in the corner. Wonder rattles in and out. Oh, my goodness. Rebound controlled to Hagan. He wants to go. Can he go coast to coast? No, he's going to slow up a little bit. Now kick it out to Connor Epp. Again, Epp led the way for the Bearcats. He had 7 points in that first half, and that shot's no good. Rebound controlled by Rayner. Excuse me, that was controlled by Isaac Wonder. I'm confusing my stat guy over here. 14-footer, that one's good. That was Jeff Schnabel. No, that was Colby Brown who made that one. I got 20 and 30 confused now. So first 2 points for Brown, and an offensive foul called on the other end on Connor Epp. Epp just drove in. Good job by Spahns for standing in there and taking it. Again, Spahns playing with that broken nose. Suffered that a couple weeks ago. In an email to me, Coach Craig Holbeck said, I hope you can play like Kobe.
That mask has just proven to be a thing of mystery in the NBA. You know, you get Kobe in it, you get Carmelo Anthony in it, and some magical things happen. So I'd be hoping for it too.
And a steal and a layup on the other end. That was Matthew Hagan with the bucket. It's now 29-20. So still a 9-point game, but maybe the Tide's starting to switch over in the Bearcats' favor after they only saw 3 points in that first quarter.
Can definitely start to feel a little bit of momentum shift. You know, the fans below us making a whole lot more noise for the Bearcats on defense. So it's a good sign for this Freeman Academy team.
And now Colby Brown, pressured with 10 seconds to shoot, he's going to travel. So this could be a big turning point here for the Bearcats. And 4:34, third quarter. Again, thanks for tuning in to Centerville Tornadoes Live. And now the TDA section is getting really loud. Drive in, kick out, three ball. That's going to hit the side of the backboard for Taylor Goodwin. Not something you see very often, especially in varsity basketball. But it does happen. Rayner thought about the 28-footer, didn't quite take it. Now Wonder has the top of the key. Freeman Academy Marion now switching into a 2-3 zone. Also, that 1-2-2 zone was just a 3-2 zone. Three ball, Gruneweg. That one's just off the front of the iron. Rebound fought for by the Bearcats, but controlled by Goodwin. And now Epp wants to push it up the right side. Epp in the right corner gets a screen. Epp drives middle, down low. Shot up, no good from Besiege. That one is rebounded by Riley Spons. So still 29-20. Maybe both teams starting to cool off a little bit from the hot start that they both had here in the second half. As the TDA student section now chanting offense. Not something you hear a whole lot, but whatever works for your team. Three ball left corner, good. Isaac Wonder.
Probably won a little bit of silence on offense, if anything. But we had to, I remember in high school having to tell our student section that, you don't chant when your team's on offense. Just, you want them focused up and doing what they need to do. But, if fans are into the game, they're into the game, and it's better than nothing. So,
as Epp is going to drive there, get fouled by Colby Brown. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Brown is now in a little bit of foul trouble. He has 3. First free throw for Epp is good. He now leads all scoring for the Bearcats with 8. Again, he averages 20 a game. Matthew Hagan, he only has 7. He averages 19 a ball game. Second one by Epp is up and good. Connor Epp, 9 points now, almost the leading scorer of the ball game. As it's 32-22 in favor of the Nighthawks. In the corner is Wonder. Wonder drives baseline, shot up through contact. No, but he's going to get fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. That foul was on Jess Besiege. That's his second, team's second of the half. So Wonder to the line to shoot 2, a 72% free throw shooter. First one's good. 1 for 1 tonight.
Just want to take a moment and put Mason Reiner on double-double watch unofficially. He's got 8 rebounds with 10 points. As Groneweg is still rocking the 8.8 rebound stat line right now.
Second free throw also good, so it's 34-22 in favor of the Nighthawks. Drive in, count the bucket and the foul, Matthew Hagan. So just like that, we're trading buckets, trading fouls, and trading free throws. Falls on Isaac Wonder, that's his second. Hagan to the line. First one, his only one, off the back of the iron. And now a rebounding foul. That's going to go on Riley Spons. And see maybe why he called that. It looked like the arm was being grabbed a little bit. Now from my vantage point, it looked like it was mostly ball, but he did have a little bit of that hand in there. Again, a little different vantage point from here up in the booth and on the baseline. 13-footer, that one's off the mark for Kine. And the rebound's going to go out of bounds. Possession will go to the Nighthawks. So no matter how much the Bearcats try, they can't seem to quite get this within 10 points.
No, definitely another Heath Nimke modest run has got to be in the works for them because they can't just keep trading buckets and trading fouls and free throws. So,
and they're going to get an over and back call on Jaden Gruneweg in case anybody's confused out there. He had not established himself in the front court yet as he caught the ball while he was still in the air. That is the 100% correct call. 34-24, 2.5 minutes to play. Third quarter, again, Cole Larsh, Spencer Bewley alongside me. Thanks for tuning in to Centerville Tornadoes Live and your support of the Great Plains Conference Classic. That shot up is no good. Rebound is going to be eventually controlled by Colby Brown after a couple tips. Now the Nighthawks bring it up. Rayner has it on the right side. He's going to dribble to the middle. Kick out to Schnabel. Now try to get it inside to Spahns. That's going to be stolen away. Layup on the other end. That's no good for Kine. And the rebound controlled by Jeff Schnabel. And still 34-24, a score we've seen quite a bit so far this third quarter. And now it's 36-24. Mason Reiner with the bucket. Give Reiner 12 points. Timeout on the floor. It's going to be called by the Nighthawks. Tonight's broadcast of the Great Plains Conference Classic is brought to you by Visit Spearfish. Surrounded by an unmatched natural beauty, Spearfish offers something for everyone, old and young, the thrill seekers, and those longing for a much-needed reprieve. Plan ahead or don't. We're here to help you get on the path to unforgettable moments. Go to visitspearfish.com. 110 seconds. Took me a little while to do that math, but it is 110 seconds left here in the third quarter. I think Spencer, something we've seen so far this whole game from Freeman Academy Marion, especially in that first quarter, they just can't get shots to fall. Is it just a bad shooting night, or is it something they're doing offensively that they're not getting good shots?
Well, you can always get yourself better looks, but I think it's leaning more towards just an off shooting night. But to compromise for that, I think you've got to play a little bit tighter and more aggressive defense. And I think you've got to be slamming the boards, trying to get second chance opportunities, and definitely not letting the Nighthawks get any second chance opportunities of their own.
And now another charge taken by the Nighthawks. This foul is going to be on Matthew Hagan. That's now his fourth foul. So both leading scorers for the Bearcats in foul trouble. Connor Epp, 9 points, averages 20. He's got 3. Hagan, 9 points. He averages 19. He's got 4 fouls in the game. Again, I apologize for all my sniffing. I try my best to move my mic, but as Spencer and I keep talking about in the earlier game, whenever we announce games recently, it's just no starts running.
It's allergy season.
Schnabel, Gruneweg, left wing 3, good. Jaden Gruneweg now 11 points in the ball game as the Nighthawks now extend their lead to 15 points. Epp has it with a minute to go here in the third quarter. Still Epp. He drives in. He's going to get fouled on the drive, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. That foul is on. They say 42, Jaden Gruneweg. His first. Team's 5th now. So TDA and at a little bit of a risk to get the bonus as Epp makes first free throw first. Bearcat in double figures. He's got 10. Second free throw on the way for Epp. And averages 20 points a game, but he missed the first 11 games of the season with a torn ACL he suffered in the offseason. No good, but we get a rebounding foul. That's going to be called on Carter Weber, his first. Team's, is that the 4th or the 5th foul? That is the 4th foul. Oh, I dropped my pen. Just as we were commenting on a game I did Thursday, I sounded a little ticked off about some refereeing calls, but I was just mad that I dropped my pen. Yeah, I'm getting the camera. My headphones are now tangled up in the camera, but I got my pen. We're good to go. Camera's moved. I got my pen.
We're doing it. We're doing something up here.
We were literally 15 minutes ago down at the scores table. Me and a Centerville fan were discussing how I was mad that I dropped my pen on Thursday. Out to Gruneweg with 5 to shoot. Gruneweg stuffed. Good block there by Basige. Good push. Kine, layup good. Maddox Kine, first points of the ball game. 39-27. 9 seconds to shoot. And they're going to get a timeout called on the floor. Full timeout. We're going to take it with them back to Centerville High School in 60 seconds.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Welcome back to Centerville. Again, final game. It's the Great Plains Conference Championship game. That is not over and back. He can step over the line like that, don't worry. 2 seconds. Last second buzzer. Rayner can't get it to go. So your score after 3 quarters played, TDA 39, Freeman Academy Marion 27. We're going to take another break. Back to Centerville in 60 seconds.
The foundation for how we do business is right in our initials, W-E. We. Everything we do is a partnership. We understand solving the many complex challenges growers face every day takes teamwork. And when we succeed, we do it together. That's the power of we.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Freeman LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Freeman offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota, for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Freeman.
Welcome back to Centerville High School as we are 8 minutes away from crowning a conference champion here in the Great Plains Conference. Again, 6th and final game. As we are all moving a little slow. I can say that because me and Mr. Doug Edberg are pretty good buddies at this point. Didn't quite have the 8 minutes up before the referees gave the ball, but nevertheless, here we are, and the Bearcats have the ball to start. They need a bucket. Epp drives in, little pick and roll to Hagen. Hagen turnaround jumper, that's no good. And those are really not the shots you want to take if you're the Bearcats. Not very high percentage there. Wonder now gets to Rayner. Rayner back to Wonder in the corner. Wonder's going to drive baseline. Shot up over his outstretched arms. Good for 2. Isaac Wonder, 13 points in the ball game. Nighthawks lead 41-27. Yep, he'll drive in, shot blocked. Good block by Isaac Wonder.
It's big time to. It's one thing to shut down Connor Epp and the Bearcats' best player, but to do it with authority is a whole nother thing for momentum, especially in a championship game.
Kine gets it to Hagen at the top of the key, again 22 to shoot. Hagen, turnaround 15-footer, again, not a high-quality shot. I don't care how good of a shooter you are. A 360 turnaround at the free throw line, fading away. This is the coach in me coming out. Not a great shot you want to take when you need high-quality points. Hey, for TDA here, you can start milking on the clock a little bit. Up 14, the time is your friend. They get it free throw line to Spawns. Spawns, Gruneweg, right wing 3, just off the back of the iron. It's going to hit the supporting, the supports. It hit the supports, so it's out of bounds.
The cables, the
ratchet strap,
the items holding the backboard and hoop in place. Proper.
Okay, Bill Nye. I mean, jeez. I didn't know you were sciencey all of a sudden.
I don't know how sciencey items is, but
that's a great question. I don't know either. Huge block inside by Gruneweg, and it just seems like no matter what the Bearcats do, they can't quite get past this defense of the Nighthawks.
Gruneweg's having a night, 11 points and 8 rebounds. Add a block to it. Great night for him in a championship game.
Rayner drives all the way to the right baseline, now kicks out to Wonder. Wonder 3-ball off the front of the rim. Rebound controlled by Hagen. Now Hagen, he wants to push, knowing his team needs buckets. Matthew Hagan, spin move, layup, blocked away. Good block
3 in a
again
row.
by Isaac Wonder.
Wow. 3 blocks in a row.
Unreal defense here in this fourth quarter by the Nighthawks. Grinowig drives in that floater. That's going to be just off the mark. And they're going to get a rebounding foul called. I believe that's going to go on Isaac Wonder. Yes, it is. Wonder his only third. No real foul trouble for him. I believe eventually Matthew Hagan might have to come out. Yes, they're going to sub him out. It looks like he landed awkwardly on his tailbone. Limping a little bit. 41-27, again, your score. 27 points from a team that averages 57 a game. And a foul before the shot. So it'll be on the ground for Freeman Academy Marion. Now that's Wonder's 4th foul. So he might have to come out here with 5:40 left to go in the ball game. Correction, that is the 7th team foul for Trip Delmont Armor. So Epp will go to the line to shoot bonus. And subbing in for TDA is Jeff Schnabel.
This is where things can start to get a little bit dangerous for TDA. You know, if you get into foul trouble, you start kind of letting the Bearcats chip away at the lead a little bit, as they're doing right now, and start, you know, once they start kind of putting puzzle pieces together, building some momentum, things can start to get a little bit dangerous. I wouldn't feel incredibly comfortable here with now just a 12-point lead.
And a timeout called by Coach Unruh of the Bearcats. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back to Centerville in 60 seconds.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here is your spot with Live Ticket TV. With over 65 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you find the right market. Plus, you can work with me, Heath, and a portion of all sales made go right back to the school. Get a hold of me today and let's get started in helping build your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Everyone at Total Stop are big sports fans. And they want to wish the very best to the participating teams and their loyal fans. Don't forget to stop at your local Total Stop for your gas and grocery needs. Plus, get Total Stop rewards by downloading the app. To get more information, go to TotalStopFoodStore.com.
And welcome back to Centerville. 5:40 left to go in the final quarter of the final game here in the final conference matches. I shouldn't say that because some teams still have to play conference matches, but the final match of this Great Plains Conference Classic. Nighthawks of TDA lead the Bearcats of Freeman Academy Marion 41-29. TDA now has it. Looks like they're going to try and run out the clock a little bit. Freeman Academy Marion playing a very high 2-3 zone, trying to get a little ball pressure up top. 15 on the shot clock, and now it's stolen away. Good job by Simeon Ehrman. Epp drives all the way in. Shot no good, but an offensive rebound by Ehrman, and then his pass is going to be tipped around and stolen away, that time by Rayner. And so now Trip Delmont Armor just going to use the clock as their tool. As has been mentioned a little bit, 5 minutes, up 13. You definitely still want points, but Freeman Academy Marion has not shown to you that they can score very effectively this ball game.
No, just kind of spotty, you know, kind of off and on, and that's why I'm so adamant about this foul trouble for TDA. You don't want to be sending them to the free throw line and start giving them free points.
One to shoot, ball is tipped around. Shot clock violation on the Nighthawks.
You don't want to do that either.
But 35 seconds came off the clock.
That is true.
That Freeman Academy Marion didn't have the basketball.
That is correct. But you still got 4:33 to play. And if the Bearcats get hot, you know, you want to at least, you want to at least put one up. You know, it's just like you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You might as well just throw one up there. Give yourselves a little bit of a chance at some kind of opportunity. Connor
Epp, another basket for him. 14 points for him in the ball game. It's now a 10-point lead for the Nighthawks, 41-31. We've seen this lead a bunch of times here in the third and fourth quarters now. Freeman Academy Marion can't quite seem to get past this 10-point deficit. Now you said TDA needs to start looking for opportunities to shoot, not just passing around, trying to run out the clock.
Doesn't have to be quick, but you can't rely on a 10-point lead to be able to run out the entire clock.
Spahn's floater no good. Rebound Epp. Epp's going to go coast to coast, but he's going to get bodied before the shot, so he'll go to the line to shoot bonus. That foul is going to be on Riley Spahns. That's his 4th.
Puts him and Isaac Wonder in foul trouble now.
The 8th deep team foul, and now Isaac Wonder comes in to replace Riley Spahns. Note, Riley Spahns is still out there. Wonder came in to replace Schnabel, I believe. Epp, first free throw is good. So Connor Epp now 15 points. Pretty close to his season average of 20. Now it's a 9-point game, so technically 3 possessions, but with Freeman Academy Marion shooting, I'd say 4 or 5 possessions. And now a foul on the rebound. And now we got a player slapping the floor. Usually that does not end up well with many officials, but these officials seem to be just letting it go. Nothing wrong with that. As I have seen in games previous in Vermilion games where you slap the floor, it's about an instant tech.
All depends on who you have and where you are.
We also, yesterday in the Vermilion Parker doubleheader, saw a boys game with 3 technical fouls. Not something you see a whole lot.
No, definitely not. Not the technicals. Those are pretty rare, especially in Vermilion.
Shot up and blocked, but controlled again by Rayner, and then he just throws it away. Kine now coast to coast. Kine is going to get fouled before the shot again, so he'll go to the line to shoot bonus. And TDA right now just seems to be falling apart almost. I mean, offensively, they're not getting shots up. They're getting turnovers and shot clock violations. Defensively, they're fouling them on the drive.
Well, it's the notion of not playing, natural basketball. I'm gonna use a pole vault reference here, and it's like being timid and focusing on like certain things versus just pole vaulting. You're always gonna do better just letting yourself go, letting yourself get into the moment, letting yourself play basketball, rather than trying to work so hard and focus so hard on little things. They just got to keep playing basketball. You can run out the clock, but don't forget to just play basketball, man. Play the game, have fun, make your shots.
And just like that, it's a 7-point lead now for TDA. 41-34 as Kine made both of his free throws. Now they have 9 to shoot. Spahns over to Wonder with 5. Wonder drives in. He's going to get fouled on the drive, I think they're going to call it. I don't think it was a block charge. Yeah, see, it wasn't on him. It was on the drive. That foul is on Simeon Ehrman. That's his first. And that was Matthew Hagan thought that foul was on him on the block charge, but the foul was called before that point. Free throw for Wonder is good. He's got 14 points again. Wonder, a 72% free throw shooter. He's now 3 for 3 on the night. Make that 4 for 4, as now he has 15 points. Now we're back up to a 9-point lead for TDA, 43-34.
I think it's crucial they keep attacking the rim and trying to get fouls, because if they're not going to make shots, they might as well go try and get some open looks at the free throw line.
Epp down low to a wide open Carter Weber. His shot originally no good, but his putback is good. So now it's 43-36. Back down to 7 points, the lowest we've seen this deficit in quite some time. Rayner has it. Rayner drives baseline, pressured hard. Now kicks out Groneweg. Groneweg didn't take it. Again, just 2 minutes to go. 15 on the shot clock. If you're TDA, you still need buckets, but now is when you need to start looking for buckets. Groneweg shot up, three-pointer block. Good block by Simeon Ehrman. And now the Bearcats want to push. They get it out to Epp. Epp, top of the key, 3-ball. Good. Connor Epp, 18 points. And just like that, Spencer Bewley, we've got a ball game.
Absolutely. We haven't had many of them today. We've only had one of them, but starting to get fun here in Centerville.
Spahns has it. Now he gets it inside, back out to Schnabel. Now they're just going to get it back out to Rayner. Rayner drives right. Minute 20, inside to Spahns. Spahns layup good. Riley responds, 5 points, 6-point ball game, 45-39. Epp, coast to coast, that one's no good. You're not going to see a player like him miss very many of those shots.
No, that's a surprise to me for sure.
And now Rayner on the drive is going to get fouled. That falls on Maddox Kine, only his second, so one of the few Bearcats on the floor right now not in huge foul trouble. There's now TDA is going to clear out the free throw line with 67 seconds left to go in the ball game. First free throw rattled around and went in. Rayner thought that one was off and thought he might get his little sneaky rebound there.
Yeah, definitely get you shaking in your boots when you see it off the front of the rim like that and you're the only one up there for the 1-and-1.
14 points for Rayner. Now we get a timeout called by Coach Holbeck of the Nighthawks. Will take it with him. Back to Centerville in 60 seconds.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And we welcome you back to Centerville High School, where Spencer Bewley and I just said off air, we finally got a close basketball game in the Centerville Gymnasium. Only had one of them so far. I guess one final score that ended up close. A couple games where the first half was close and it was just blown open. Nighthawks lead the Bearcats 47-39, and now a steal on the other end for Colby Brown. At what point, if you're the Bearcats, do you start fouling?
Pretty soon. That's a huge steal there. That very well could have just solidified this game. You had Connor Epp just trying to go a little bit too fast, just lost his dribble, and it was wide enough away to be poked away in the middle of the paint there.
Foul is on Maddox Kine, his third. First free throw for Gruneweg, in and out, no good. So still a 8-point ball game. Epp brings it up the court, and they need a bucket, but they need a good bucket, nothing you don't want to force.
Wow,
count the bucket
there
and the
it
foul.
is.
That is the type of drive that good players make right there.
That's the good bucket.
20 points for Connor Epp. That foul was on Jaden Gruneweg. That's his third. So Epp with a chance for the three-point play, get it to a 5-point game. Currently, as it sits, it is a 2-possession ball game, but with the Bearcats shooting so far, I believe it's more closer to a 3-possession ball game, and now we have a timeout called by Austin Unruh of the Bearcats. We're going to take it with them back to Centerville in 60 seconds.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
Welcome back to Centerville. Let me retry. let me retry that one. Welcome back to Centerville, where we've got oh my gosh. It's 47-42 in favor of the Nighthawks.
You even said 5-point game like 3 times before I went on air.
I did.
Cole.
I said 5-point game. I mumbled it to myself 3 times. TDA needs to get it across. Now a wide open lob. Wonder, layup, good. Isaac Wonder, 17 points. And now this thing might be just out of reach. Epp, blocked from behind, but a foul going to be called on Riley Spons.
Looks like Wonder just slipped behind the entire press like no one even knew he was back there.
Well, one of the biggest factors is because Freeman Academy is playing so far up, all their attention is focused on that up, and just Wonder be able to slip back. And Riley Spons fouls out of the ball game. He finishes with 5 points tonight. 5 points and 5 boards as well.
At least.
At least. Again, roughly 5 boards.
Boards are always the toughest stat to keep.
That is true. Now 21 points for Connor Epp, as he is about the only thing keeping Freeman Academy Marion in this ball game currently. 49-43. 28.7 seconds to go. Second free throw also good. And now, timeout called by Coach Unruh. It is a 30-second timeout. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Central Farmers Co-op, Freeman LLC. They're an agricultural-based company that provides products, service, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is our agronomy team helping with production break-evens, our grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, our energy staff securing a fuel budget plan, or our feed division customizing a feeding program, we look forward to serving and personalizing our patrons' farming operations against Central Farmers Co-op, Freeman LLC. 5-point ball game, 28.7 to go. Again, it's basically been the TDA versus Connor Epp show, especially here in this fourth quarter, as Connor Epp has 12 points, all 12 points for the Bearcats here in the fourth quarter. And now a loose ball foul is going to be called on Maddox Kine. So Rayner will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. No, it's still a 1-and-1 for the Bearcats. Just playing a little too aggressive there. Obviously, that's what you want to do, but maybe you don't want to foul that quick, especially when he's along the baseline struggling for help.
Right, and it's very typical that we've seen it all day today, that in the late game, that they get the inbound into the baseline, and there's almost immediately it's an unintentional loose ball foul, but it's just you crash the ball so hard, and that aggression usually it's hard to stop on a dime in a basketball game like this.
First free throw is good, so it's a 6-point game, 50-44. Rayner has 15, make it 16 points. It's now a 7-point ball game. Is it out of reach now for the Bearcats? Ab's going to drive in, kick out. Another pass, 3-ball, that's off the mark. Rebound Mason Rayner. Will this be it? No, we're still going to get a foul on the other end, but 7-point ball game, 18 seconds left. I don't think there's a whole lot of chance he can come back.
No, I don't mind the foul there. I mean,
right.
You got a little bit of a shot if you hit some threes. I was very surprised Connor Epp didn't pull that 3-pointer. He had some space. It would have been a little bit deep, but in the situation, he's got 22 points. You'd think that he'd probably just want to keep the ball in his hands and go ahead and step back and at least let himself be the one to take that shot.
Rayner makes both free throws. Now an 8-point ball game. Maybe he missed the first, so we'll figure that out later. Epp, kick out, swing it back around, back to Epp. Left wing 3, going to miss everything. 7 seconds, offensive rebound secured. 3-ball by Kine. Going to go behind the backboard, but it's going to go out of bounds off of Jeff Schnabel. And it seems like they're playing a 5-on-4 right now as Matthew Hagan decided that he's going to stand at half court and not do anything. Epp, 3-ball off the mark. Rebound Mason Rayner, and that will be the final score. The Trip Delmont Armor Nighthawks are the Great Plains Conference champions as they defeat the Freeman Academy Marion Bearcats 52-44. And don't go away. We'll have final stats for you in just a second, and then the post-game show. So we're going to keep it right here. Try and give you some totals. And we're giving an announcement right now. The concession stand profits are going to a scholarship. And now Tom Culver, the Great Plains Conference president, is handing out the Conference Champion Award to Craig Holbeck of the Trip Delmont Armor Nighthawks. Nighthawks go to 15-4 on their season. Congratulations to them, and that caps off a pretty busy day for us up here, Spencer.
Yes, it does. A day full of some ups and downs in the world of competitive basketball games, but at least we got to finish it off on a good one. Very competitive game here, obviously. Very close, 52-44. Probably our closest game of the day through and through. So glad we could cap it off with this one.
Give you some final stats here and then give you a rundown of what's all happened here today as the Nighthawks are celebrating on the court. Your final score, again, 52-44. The Freeman Academy Marion Bearcats were led by Connor Epp. He finished with 22 points. Matthew Hagan had 9. Kine had 4. Taylor Goodwin had 5. Carter Weber had 2. Bashkia had 1 for a total of 44. They scored just 3 in the first, 9 in the second, 15 in the third, and 17 in the fourth for their total of 44. And then for the Trip Delmont Armor Nighthawks, they were led by Mason Reiner. He had 18 points. Isaac Wonder had 17 points. Colby Brown had 3. Riley Spons had 5. And Jaden Gruneweg had 11. TDA scores 16 in the first, 7 in the second, 16 in the third, and 13 in the fourth for their total of 52 points. Now I'll give you a quick little rundown of everything that has happened today, and we'll sign off for the last time tonight. Your first game of the night, the Avon Pirates go to 5-14 on the season as they defeat the Andy Central Dakota Christian 50-19. The Corsica-Stigney Jaguars go to 7-11 on the season as they defeat Gayville Vollen 65-42, a game that was super close at halftime, and then Corsica-Stigney pulled away in that second half. Alcester Hudson goes to 7-13 on the season as they defeat Burke in a close one, 69-61. And the only reason we kind of count that off as a very close game is that fourth quarter took about 30 minutes because of the amount of fouls and free throws. But nevertheless, the Cubs defeat the Cougars. And then in the fourth game, Centerville moves to 9-8 on the season as they defeat Scotland 69-33 on what was probably the most impressive shooting performance we saw of the night for the entire team of Centerville. No matter where they shot, no matter who shot, it seemed to go in. Then in the fifth game, the game before this one, the Marty Braves go to 12-6 on the season as they defeat the Cologne Cowboys 74-47. Just complete domination here in that second to last game. And then our final game, the Trip Delmont Armor Nighthawks move to 15-4 on the season. They're also Great Plains Conference champions as they defeat Freeman Academy Marion 52-44. Well, Spencer, any last comments or remarks before we sign off for the last time tonight?
Full day of basketball. Long day.
Nothing better.
A lot of great games. Nothing better. No, I don't think I have many final comments. We thank anyone that tuned in today at any point for the support here at Live Ticket TV, Centerville High School, and high school basketball in South Dakota.
Again, like you said, thanks for everyone who came out and supported here. Anybody who watched on Live Ticket TV. Again, that pay-per-view money goes directly back to the conference and the schools. Again, thanks to Doug Edberg and Centerville High School for letting us three hooligans up here. From Heath Nimke, who did the first 3 games for us, Spencer Bewley to my right, I'm Cole Larsch. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Stay safe, stay warm, most importantly, stay kind. Good night, everybody.